following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar brought to you by the Events Co. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
Disruption Networks.
What's good, everybody? Just getting adjusted like always. Howdy, everybody. How you doing today? It's Monday, and it's a Monday. That's for damn sure. Feels like a freaking Monday. We're live on the DL Disruption Network social media platforms, and you can view and listen to at your discretion, at your leisure, at disruptionnetwork.net. Hope you're enjoying your Monday. Thank you so much to Utica Coffee for making me enjoy my Monday. That's for damn sure. I love this stuff. WakeTheHellUp.com. You can find them online. Also, much love to EJA Moving Services, Saranac Brewery, and my friends over at Utica Hemp Co. So coming up on Friday, I am participating in the Treadmill Challenge, which is going on at Utica College, part of the Heart Run and Walk Expo. And my guest over here across from me is the one who got me into it, Melanie Cook. Good to see you, Cookie.
I conned you into it. I'm so glad.
You didn't got me into it. It was a no-brainer.
No, you. As soon as I asked you the question, you were like, "Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
what am I doing? Let me do
it."
It
was a no-brainer. And also got to introduce Christy Smorrell. How you doing from the American Heart Association? Welcome.
I'm great. Thanks for having us.
You're a two-time guest here.
I am.
Yeah.
Returning.
She was trying to tell me who you were. I'm like, I already know her. I know her already.
People know me.
So the Treadmill Challenge is going on Friday. Yeah. And it's 9 a.m. I start up against, who am I going up against? Do you know?
Who are you going up against?
I forgot.
That's a good question.
Anyway.
I could look.
It's part of the radiothon, though, right?
Yes, it is part of the radiothon. It's it'll be live streamed over, I think we have it over a video, but on WIBX's website and over the radio station. So you can see us sweat, you can hear us complain, and you can hear all the amazing things that happen during the event.
You're doing it too?
I'm doing it too.
Are you? Are we on the same team?
No. Well, we're all on our own teams, but we are all on the same team. We're all on the Heart Association team, raising money.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer.
We're all doing it together.
But I'm going to kick your butt in donations, so you're also not on my team.
Some healthy competition is always fun.
Are you beating me right now?
We might be neck and neck. You might be beating me by a little bit. But I've got some tricks up my sleeve.
I bet you do. I should up my donations list or whatever. 'cause
Yeah,
I
you
had
should
it
make your
set, like,
goal like a couple grand to see how you do.
Yeah, we should raise up all the funds. And I want to thank everybody for donating to the cause. I made 2 Facebook posts and made my money.
Yeah.
Like that. So
You did amazing.
just goes to show you how awesome my friends are.
Yeah, you've got great
I
friends.
really, really do. 2 Facebook posts, and I made $590 for the
That's
American
incredible.
Heart Association.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
awesome. Thank you so much for that. But, the rest of his friends, come on, get off your butts and donate
Yes.
some more.
All 4,300 of you.
Yeah, just $1 each, guys. It's nothing.
Hi, Pat. Good to see you. Yes, you can still donate. I'll post it up on my page and stuff. You can donate to it right now too. Even though I exceeded my goal, you can still donate to the cause. Correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pledge pages are our new addition this year because previously with the Treadmill Challenge, people would like face-to-face ask some friends, call them up, tell them to call in the day of, or just they would hand them checks or money. And this makes it a little easier on everybody. You get like a receipt so you can remember for when you do your taxes. It's an easy way for you to see where you are at with your goal and for other people to see where you're at so they can help push you along to hopefully get you over it, which you already exceeded it, but now let's make you a new one.
So now I don't even have to walk on the treadmill.
You still the
I'm
other
kidding.
part, aside from just fundraising, the other part of the Treadmill Challenge is that it is getting you moving, getting you walking. That's what we're all about for Heart Walk Weekend, is that we want people to be moving and be healthy.
Exactly.
So not only are you helping other people by raising money, you're helping yourself by getting active.
Yeah,
I'm in the gym every day, hon.
That's perfect. That's great.
Every day I'm in that place, and I'm on a treadmill. So that's why it was like a no-brainer for me.
yeah, because you're like, why not?
Yeah, I do it every day. I might to do it for a great cause.
Oh, thank you so much for doing it. I really appreciate it.
Of course. It's my pleasure. And it's something that I get behind every year is the Heart Run. I've been participating in the Heart Run for like 14 years, something like that. 12
Awesome.
years, something to that effect. So,
Yeah.
yep. So,
It's been such a long, like, it's in the blood of Utica now. Like, it is so ingrained in our every year. Like, oh, we know it's snowing out. The Heart Run's coming.
It means it's almost spring.
Yeah, and almost spring.
exactly.
Heart Run means spring is around the corner, and you know what? I think we're due for a good weather year. I haven't talked to any meteorologists about it, but I feel like we're due.
I've been peeking, and I think we might be okay this year. I think it might be a good year, but I don't want to jinx it. Knock on wood.
But you know what? The great thing about the Treadmill Challenge and the Radiothon is even if you're home not walking, you can call in.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So weather doesn't have to stop the donations. Obviously, we want people to come out, be part of it, get active, but weather doesn't have to stop us.
And weather does not stop the Heart Run and walk either.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Gone out there in some frigid temperatures and
Are a
still-
hardy
Blizzards,
community. Forgive
yeah,
the
it's
pun.
nuts.
We are a
Oh.
hardy community.
It's true. It's true. I'm telling you, we're tough around this community.
We are.
The weather builds tough skin and thick blood, and that's why we can put up with a lot.
And
Yes, we
it
can.
does. It certainly makes it memorable. I always love meeting new people and hearing them say, "Oh, I've been in the Heart Run and Walk for X amount of years, and I remember one year it was like this, but I just bundled up and it was so much fun." And there have been years where it's been great weather. We do have that sometimes, but it certainly, I love when people share their memories of all the years that they've been part of Heart Run and Walk.
It's such a great event. It brings the community together. Not only that, but it's like a party atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
When you're
It's so much fun.
yeah. Now, have you ever taken the route?
Unfortunately, no.
You haven't. You're probably too busy.
I have a lot of stuff that I have to do during the whole event. So I'm out there for the start line, but then I head back to the gym and take care of a few other things.
and get
then-
warm.
Well, I mean, there is that plus, admittedly. I bought special red tech gloves so that I can have red gloves and still be, posting to social media while out at the start line to keep my hands warm.
If you ever get a chance, though, take the route.
I really
and
want
just to
to.
see what the neighbors do. And there's
Yeah.
DJs and bands set up, and all the radio stations are out there passing out stuff. And I mean, it's really, really cool when
I
everybody
always hear
gets
people
together.
tell me about it, and it is incredible to hear. And I really do want to see it, and it's really unfortunate that I haven't been able to do it. But we all have a lot of work to do that day, and
Yeah.
don't get the chance to get out there like we would like to, unfortunately.
Cookie,
but-
you've walked it before, right?
I actually haven't either. I have been volunteering for the Heart Run and Walk for over 10 years now, and it's all been back end stuff. I started with the telethon, doing stuff on the phones and behind the scenes a bit, and then I moved over to the radiothon. So I've been an inside girl too, unfortunately. But I mean, I know what our community is like. Like, they come out in droves, and I have volunteers, like friends that volunteer. They have volunteered every year. They're like, "Oh, I want to volunteer on Heartbreak Hill. I got to be there. It's so great. And all this, like they have their spots because they love the route so much.
And you know what? I think it's important to say that there are so many people working behind the scenes and volunteering year round and especially that weekend. And we just want to say a huge thank you. People like Melanie and people like our other chair people. And then just the many, many people that come and logistically make this weekend work. We couldn't do it without the volunteers. And they are such hardworking people. And we absolutely love them.
Absolutely.
Hundreds and hundreds of volunteers help.
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
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 And you wish you could thank them all.
We do. We really do because everything that they do is appreciated.
Yeah.
I probably say thank you like a million times in one weekend, just to like 20 of them. Like I'm just like, thank you so much. I'm sorry, thank you.
Just wear the thank you hat.
Yeah, I should. Oh,
Get a
genius.
A red thank you hat. Oh, it's great. It's such a great event. And we had Sarah Stevens, who's replying to Pat right now. She was in last week, along as with your uncle, too.
Yes, my Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve was in the house talking about the Heart Run and Walk. And it's important to get this content out there to the community and let people know that this has been going on. Not only has it been going on for so long, but it was the very first here in Utica, and now it's a nationwide thing. How cool is that?
Yeah,
It
we
really
set the
is.
mark.
We really did. And it's such an incredible story. I love telling the story of the start of the whole thing, that it really came out as a thing that this community wanted to do. You know, WIBX was holding their radiothon in honor of an employee, and there was a group of runners who ran a check from Barneveld to WIBX, and that's how we started the 30K run, and it grew from there. And so really this is something that came about because of this community and is an example for the rest of the country.
Do you know how much was in that original check?
I don't know that original check.
No.
I don't. I feel like I used to, and I don't remember. And that was technically before it was really considered what started as the Heart Run and then became the Heart Run and Walk. So I don't have that number. I wish I did.
That was the initial one, though.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then-
That was the kind of the beginning of it. It wasn't anything that was officially organized. It was this group of runners that wanted to do it. And then from there, it grew into what we have now.
How cool is that? Yeah. And it all coincides with the radio telethon as well, too.
Well, the radiothon, like what she was saying, was what started it all.
Did they do that prior to?
Yeah,
They
it was
did that
3
first.
years.
3 years first before
Yeah.
they started. Wow, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so radio, it inspires people, man.
Yeah, it definitely does. And I'm looking forward to seeing a bunch of the radio people over there for the Treadmill Challenge. How long has the Treadmill Challenge been going on for?
This is the 4th year of the Treadmill Challenge. I did it last year, and then 2 years prior to that, Adam Lawless, this was his baby. He was the Radiothon chair before me. He thought of the idea, and people just love it. We have like local, I guess you say, celebrities and influential people running on the treadmill, getting their face and out there, their support out there, and all the friends and people who support them coming in behind them. It's been really awesome because, I mean, over the radio, you could talk, but you got to add some like zest into it, right? And having people dying, sweating, being like arguing with each other, know like I'm gonna get more money than you, and it's a great entertaining time. It's really a lot of fun.
There's really some fun competition between the people too. You know, some of the not necessarily teams, but some of the competitors when they go head to head, they really get into it.
I always run at the end. I'm the last treadmill runner against Dick Presky. He's in the Heart Association. He is, I don't want to give away his age, and I don't know his age, at least probably 40 years my senior, and he was kicking my butt. He was like, oh, I'm going to make this a real challenge, and just keeps upping his treadmill, and I'm like, oh no. I'm like, I'm going to be beat out by somebody. Like, I can't do this. And I was seriously exhausted and cramping by the end of it. It was great.
He kicked your butt.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated. But no, it's a really cool thing with this Treadmill Challenge. Big ups to Adam Lawless for coming up with this whole thing, too.
Yeah. It's honestly a great event. Like, the people who have done it year after year seriously look forward to it. They get excited about it.
So you have return participants?
We do. Sheriff Maciel and Jen Venezio from Body by Design. They go head to head every year. I think they've done it every single year.
Yeah.
And they have quite the following. And this year they've even upped their game. They've made an extra bet on the side. They like to do a personal challenge against each other, see who could raise the most. And so Sheriff Maciel, he has a farm. and Jen does workout classes. So whoever raises the most money, or I guess the least money, has to go and do something of the others. So Jen will have to work on his farm, or he will have to do a ballroom dancing class. So that's going to be interesting, and we're going to figure out a way to get that publicly viewable by everybody so they know what they're getting into.
The ballroom dance?
Oh, yeah, we gotta show that off.
You got to go live from the ballroom dancing.
I bet he's a natural.
Do you have a personal bet going against your competitor?
Um,
Or the guy you're going against?
No, I'm just hoping I can run better than him this year. That's my own personal bet to myself. Like, all right, get your act together.
So this is a run?
Yeah, you at least should be jogging.
Run, jog,
Yeah,
whatever.
we're not easing it up on you. You gotta get some sweat going. It's good for your heart. You gotta be heart healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Get it above 140.
Well, it depends on age.
That's true.
exercise
All the
level,
body
things like
types.
that. Yeah.
That's true.
Get it right up there.
Yeah.
I'm going on incline, too.
There you go. Yeah, go all the way to 10.
Oh, yeah. I think 15's the largest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. On a normal treadmill, it's 15.
Oh.
Anyways, well, we're going to test those waters when we get there on Friday. That's for sure. So what do we expect at the Heart Run and Walk? Now, every year there's a goal set, right?
Yep. Our goal is $1 million, which is absolutely incredible. I mean, the fact that we as a community raise around $1 million every year is just mind-blowing, and it's so great, and it really, really makes a mark for the Heart Association here in Utica, and makes the mark for Utica. You know, our national organization recognizes this area every year because of what we do here. But yes, so our goal is about $1 million. We have a couple of pre-registration events this week. For example, we have the Sangertown Square indoor walk on Wednesday. You can go to the mall and you can register and you can take a walk inside where it's not cold and get some steps in on Wednesday. We have, of course, our expo on Friday, which is where the Treadmill Challenge will be. The Radiothon will be there in the gym. We've got health assessments with NVHS, which is a wonderful thing because you can go through and get your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your triglycerides. You can get a lot of really important screenings and know your numbers, because that's a big thing about heart health, is knowing your numbers. We have lots of local vendors, and we're going to have gym demos. So we've got people being physically active there during the expo. So the expo is 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So come out and join us on Friday. You can register there. Even if you don't have to register, if you've already done everything online, great. Come to the expo and check it out anyway.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, of course, is the main event with all of our walks and runs and all the different courses, which it's amazing to me that there are so many different courses that people are always part of, and it's incredible to see.
Another cool thing, too, is like after the Heart Run and Walk is done, people actually throw after parties at their house.
Oh, yeah.
They have, like, house parties and like, hey, come to my after Heart Run party. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, it's a thing.
It really is such a
It's a
community
to-do.
event. Yeah.
Interesting. And then come out for the expo, too, and get yourself some Chobani, too.
And watch Z and me sweat. We will be, as soon as you walk into the expo, those treadmills are right there. So if you really want to go and see everything in action, you got to just come out to the expo.
Have that oxygen tank ready. Steve. Have it ready for sure. I'm looking forward to it and raising a bunch of money for a great cause. And I need your help, people. So I'm going to post my link up again. I'm going to up the goal. I'll probably raise it up to about $1,000.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
right?
great.
And then I'm going to take over your post and put my link right under it. So if you guys like me better, donate to me.
Well, you're definitely much cuter than I am. That's for damn sure. I'm sure they want to give it to you than they would me.
Oh, don't undersell
that
yourself.
bubbly personality of yours, Cookie. That's for sure.
All for a good cause.
It's all for a great cause. What's the most raised in a year? Do you know?
Hang
It
on
looks
just
like
a
our
minute.
highest year was 2008.
2008.
And quite a year to be the highest year. 2008 was a terrible year for money in general. And people,
was, yep.
and you know what? I feel like that's a trend in general. When people don't have much to give, they want to give more because they understand that people need it. People need help. But in 2008, it was $1,260,731.
Wow.
Just from good old Central New York.
Just, yeah.
It really is amazing. I can't stress enough how incredible it is.
It's absolutely amazing. And let's face it, this area is not really booming. You know, I mean, it's hard to even get ahead in this town, right?
Yeah,
This
it is
community a little
hard.
bit. So it's just amazing that people will go that extra mile and donate a couple bucks to a great cause such as the Heart Association and stuff.
And we can't say, as we've said a couple times already, we can't say thank you enough. We
Yeah.
really can't.
It speaks
The
volumes
generosity.
of our area. Yeah, the generosity is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And not only just causes like this, but such as, we got the Heart Run and the cancer and the Strides for. There's just so many
Ride for
organizations.
Missing Children is another big one.
Ride for Missing
there's,
Children.
There's so much here, and this community is always ready to be a part of it and ready to give. And it's just, I think I've said incredible way too many times already during this.
But you mean it.
But
That's
I mean
why.
it.
Yeah.
I need a thesaurus. I need more words for it because it really is just amazing.
What other organizations do you two get behind?
I'm actually also a cancer survivor myself, so I have a soft spot in my heart for the American Cancer Society and for some of the pediatric cancer organizations as well.
Right on. Cool. How long you been cancer free?
I've been cancer free now for 27 years.
That's awesome.
Awesome. And you go out and do strides and the walkathon and all that stuff too. And
I get a little bit so I work not only here in Utica but also Syracuse, Watertown, and Binghamton. So around walk season, I'm pretty busy. So I don't necessarily get to walk the way I would like to, but I've done in Syracuse. There's a Page's Butterfly Run that's specifically for pediatric cancer that I've done that one since that's a little bit later in the year.
oh, right on. Very cool. How about you, Cookie? Which organizations do you get behind?
Well, I do stuff. Unfortunately, I don't get out and do the organized things too often, but on a regular basis, I support local, like the thrift new to you thrift shop that supports the Veterans Outreach Center and the Senior Center. I donate to them all the time. Like whenever I just have something around my house and like I don't need or want that anymore, they need it, they can use it. I'm always donating to them. And I don't know, you know me, maybe your listeners don't. I have a huge soft spot for animals. I love my dog. And I donate whenever and whatever I can to the Humane Society, all of the Humane Societies, not even just the one here. There's Herkimer, there's all around. I just really love animals.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And they appreciate it too. And,
Oh, yeah.
and a lot of those animal shelters don't get any government assistance whatsoever.
It's hard.
They
Those
get it-
poor babies.
Seriously, yeah, and they're stuck in like little cages and stuff. They need help,
They
and not only
do.
just money too. They can use like supplies and
Yeah.
food and treats and even dog leashes or whatever, So
Absolutely.
even if you can't afford money, you can
Give a blanket.
give a
They
blanket
need
or
blankets.
pillows, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's something we get behind too with the Stephen Swan Humane Society. We do Animal Jam every year. And in fact, we were just talking about doing Animal Jam for this year for September. So awesome. There's a lot of great organizations to get behind in this community.
Absolutely.
There really are. And I think it's also important to say that as the American Heart Association staff, it may be where we work, but we're also all really behind the mission as well. I mean, we have our own Heart Walk teams and we do donate to the
Oh,
Heart
cool.
Walk. It might be where we work, but it's what we believe in too. And we spend our whole year getting the message out, and we really do. I talk to so many survivors, and it just is. It's so inspiring every time I hear their stories, and I get very into every one of those survivor stories, and that's really what this is all about, is those people that are behind the statistics. The statistics are scary. It's our number one killer, and it kills about 830,000 people each year, which is actually more than all of the Mohawk Valley population combined.
Oh, yeah.
And that can be, those really big numbers
Yeah.
can be a little bit off-putting, and you want to try to find the people behind it. And there are so many people that have been touched by heart disease, or that may have lost someone, or that are survivors themselves. And it's just so inspiring to see them get back to a place where they can walk at the Heart Walk. That might be their goal for a year, is I want to walk again at the Heart Walk, and they have to build up to it. Or, the little kids who were born with a congenital heart defect, and we have 2 Red Cap ambassadors this year that have already had 2 surgeries. They're 2.5 and 4, and they've already each had 2 open heart surgeries, and know that there will be more in the future. Their parents are looking ahead to the future, knowing that there's going to be something else that they're going to need. But they're also hoping that money raised this weekend and money raised throughout the year for the American Heart Association that funds those research studies that look at different techniques or different treatments or different different ways to find heart disease, those things might make a difference in their surgeries in the future. So they are looking ahead thinking, okay, what we're doing now could save my child's life in a few years. And that's a really important thing that this Heart Run and Walk does. We are raising money to fund those medical breakthroughs that are saving lives wherever it's done. It's saving lives right here because we have kids right here that are waiting for surgeries. We have people right here that need the CPR that was discovered by research funded by the American Heart Association. We have people here with stents in their chest, and that's a medical breakthrough that was funded by the American Heart Association. You know, all of these things are saving lives right here in our backyard, and who knows what the next breakthrough might be.
It's gut-wrenching to hear about these kids. It really is.
But, you know, they are, one of our Red Cap ambassadors, Kai, he's 2.5. His mother said that the nurse told her that he had never seen that many heart defects in a little baby. Oh. But he runs around like crazy.
So bubbly.
He's got the best personality
yeah.
for this little kid. And he is just, his mom calls him her heart warrior, and he really is.
Aww. Man, hearing these stories. But there's a lot of great success stories, too. And a lot of this is preventable, too. What's it, 80% of heart disease is preventable?
80% preventable with a healthy lifestyle like regular exercise, healthy nutrition, and not smoking or vaping.
Right. Simple as that.
It's easy.
Say eating right, good diet, exercise a little bit. If you get out there and walk for like a half hour, get out there and walk a little bit.
That's all you need. 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. The Heart Association recommends 150 minutes of exercise a week. So that is maybe you take a 10-minute walk before work, a 10-minute walk on your lunch break, a 10-minute walk when you get home. That's your 30 minutes a day. It can be that easy.
You'd barely notice it.
Yeah.
And it's great. You get to walk around, see the neighborhood, say hi to people. It's good for your heart.
Yeah.
I do laps around my office building when it's cold because, then I
warm up.
Even if you're, you can do it outside, you can do it inside, you can, dancing is exercise. If you're putting in the elbow grease, vacuuming the house and cleaning the kitchen, that can be exercise. Anything that gets you moving. It doesn't have to be, joining a gym is wonderful and you can have great exercise at a gym. But if you can't make it to the gym, that doesn't mean you're out of luck. You can exercise anywhere.
Or take the stairs. As simple as easy.
Yes.
So easy.
Park farther away. And, instead of wasting the time of going up and down the lanes, finding a close parking spot, park far away, get in the extra steps.
And then carrying your heavy groceries on the way back, there's
go.
some extra exercise right there, too. You got this.
Right. And in spring, being in close distance, you can start taking your bike for a ride. And
doing some yard work.
There's so many different avenues that you can to live a healthier lifestyle.
Absolutely.
And then diet is another big thing as well.
Think about adding color to every meal. Add some fruits and vegetables to every meal.
I like that.
Pretty
Add
up your
color.
plate.
Yeah.
Pretty up your plate. Look at that. I love that. That's the PSA of the day today.
Yes, add color, make your plate pretty. The other simple step that you can do for your diet that people might not necessarily do is look at that nutrition label. People have a tendency to look at the nutrition label and just look at calories and fat. Look at the sodium and the sugar.
Right.
Those are two things that we consume far too much of.
Especially sugar.
Yeah. And you'd be surprised about sodium. The average person gets about twice the amount of sodium in a day than we should.
Oh, absolutely.
And sodium can have a big impact on your blood pressure, which is a major factor for heart disease. So look at that. We want to aim for 1,500 milligrams of sodium a day. So just pay attention to the sodium when you're eating things. A lot of the processed foods and frozen foods you might not notice. You might not think about it. And it doesn't necessarily taste salty. But if you look at that sodium content, you might have most of what you should have in a day with that one meal or snack. And look at portion sizes, too. If you think about a can of soup, who eats half a can of soup at a time? But a lot of those cans of soup are actually 2 servings.
And covered with sodium, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, especially the canned stuff. There's tons of salt.
Soup is a big one.
Yep.
There are low sodium options. When you're at the grocery store, if you're looking at canned vegetables, canned beans, canned soup, look for those low sodium options. And for things like beans and vegetables, rinse it before you use it. That helps get rid of some sodium as well. So there are simple steps that you can do that can add up to a big difference.
How much sugar intake are we supposed to have?
It varies for men and women, and I don't remember the exact number, but it's I think it's around 23 teaspoons or something. I'm sorry, don't quote me on that because I don't remember the exact number.
That's a lot.
But it's, and And that might be, I apologize. I don't remember the exact number. So don't ask me for an exact number, but probably less than what you're having.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's not what we're all having, I'm sure.
Sugar feeds cancer too.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
It just makes it grow. So cut the sugar out of your diet as
If
much
you
as
think
possible.
about, the sugar sweetened beverages is a big one. We're drinking our sugar.
Right.
When you're pouring coffee itself can be good for your heart if it is a black coffee, but when you start adding all the sugar to make it taste good, I'm not a coffee person, so if I were to drink coffee, the amount of sugar that would have to be in it is probably how much I would need for the week.
Oh, absolutely. Me too.
But when we add all the stuff like the creamer and the sugar and the flavorings and things like that, then it starts to be a little bit more of a concern. So just pay attention to what you're drinking. The sodas, the sports drinks, the flavored whatever it is.
Crystal Light, any of that stuff.
All
Pay
of that
attention to the
Straight
sugar.
sugar. Me, I drink coffee all day long. Thank you. You do the coffee. Drink it black because when you start putting sugar and cream in it, it takes away from the taste of the coffee.
Absolutely. It's
There
good
you
enough
go.
on its own. It doesn't need all that extra stuff.
Exactly. See, you know.
Well, I actually, personally, I don't like coffee, but my fiance, he's big on Utica coffee. He is just their biggest fan. So I know the smell of it too. It's just, it really smells nice.
It's
to me.
inviting, isn't it?
It is. That's what it is. It's very inviting.
It's an inviting smell. I love it.
And like I said, there have been studies that show some health benefits to coffee itself.
Really?
It's just, be careful
Everything in
about what you're adding to it.
moderation, and yeah,
It gets your blood pumping, right? It gets your blood pumping. It does for me. It wakes me.
gives your heart some exercise. There you go.
They don't say wake the hell up for nothing. They definitely don't. What other things would you like to get across today? I know you got a few more minutes and you got to get out of here, but what other things would you like to get across?
I want to make sure, well, first of all, go to uticaheartrunwalk.org to
Okay.
get all the information. But one of the things that's a little different this year is how we're doing those, the kind of incentive prizes that you get when you raise certain amounts of money. So this year, if you raise $250, you get our local t-shirt with our local event logo. But you can actually start getting prizes when you raise $100. And there's all sorts of options for what you can get. How it works online is that you can earn points for how much money you raise, and then you can redeem those points for different prizes that actually you can redeem at any point. As soon as you get to whatever level it is, you can redeem those points online, and you can get your item actually, right after that. So you can do that online at any time, but you do have to do that through the website. So that's uticaheartrunwalk.org. There's a reward center right on your profile page, and you can go there and check out all the options, and you can take care of that right online.
The merch came up big time this year.
Oh
There's some
gosh.
cool
'Cause
things.
before it was just like a t-shirt, maybe a long sleeve shirt, maybe a hoodie, but now it's just like a full page of really cool merchandise this year.
Oh yeah, there's a visor, there's a pop socket for your phone, CPR anytime kits,
And
there's-
everything is so stylish.
Yeah.
Like it's something you want to wear on a regular basis.
Indeed.
Oh, sorry, that we have pet gear in some of the merch also, which is kind of
Speaking my language.
What do
there's
you have for
different kind
pet
of
gear?
hats. It's a little like there's a little tag for the collar and a little pet scarf.
Aw, cute.
Kind of cute, yeah.
Oh, Lucy's getting one now.
And that's the other thing I like seeing too on the Heart Run. You see people walking around with their dogs too on the route. It's cool.
Got to keep your dog heart healthy too.
Keep them going.
Do you have to say we shouldn't actually have dogs? We're not supposed to have dogs
Oops.
in, on the route, in the gym, things like that.
Okay.
We do have to say that just for the safety of everybody that's out on the route.
Sorry. I take that back.
But maybe the next day, walk the route with your dog too.
There you go.
Bring your dog the next day.
No, but you do got some really cool merchandise this year and a lot of incentive for people to go out there and raise some money.
Absolutely. And even on top of those incentives, the Radiothon has their own separate incentives from local businesses in the area. So if you call in and donate anytime, you can be put in the raffles for a whole bunch of like really awesome stuff. For example, there's gift cards from Bremer's, Ancora, Alteri's and Clinton, Taylor and the Cook. Actually, Taylor and the Cook, can I mention a few things?
Of course.
Of course.
Your platform, sister. Go ahead, use it.
I'll talk more about the incentives, but I've had a few fundraising events happen for the Radiothon leading up to it, and I just wanted to publicly thank all of these people who have done so much for me. So Taylor and the Cook, as I was just mentioning, every month they have a prefix menu, a chef's prefix menu that portions of the proceeds from that go to a local charity or something, a nonprofit. And I spoke with them, and for the month of February, I mean, it already happened, and I don't know the amount just yet, but they chose the Radiothon as their nonprofit to support. So people going out to eat a lovely, yummy, farm-to-table, healthy meal, and they get to support us, which was really awesome, and I really appreciate the Taylor and the Cook for doing that. It was really great. And also a few other things. OB training just this past weekend, they had an exercise event that I went to, and it wasn't this past weekend, it was the weekend before, and I could not move for a few days, mostly because I'm a little out of shape myself, but it was really great. There were so many people that came out for it that they raised over $1,000 for the Radiothon.
Awesome.
Like if they were on their own Radiothon running team, they would have been beyond their goal by then. It was awesome. And everybody seemed to have such a great time. People were they were there and they were ready to donate and ready to exercise to show, being heart healthy is fun. And then also, my friend Phil Farda at Comedy CNY and Stage Time Trivia, they put together an event at their trivia nights where you could buy bonus points and you would buy these bonus points, but they would just be donations to the Radiothon. And it all culminated with a comedy show at Cavallo's for Valentine's weekend, where there was also a 50-50 there where people can donate, and it altogether they raised almost like $600 too for the Radiothon. So it was really the community here is just beyond amazing, and I love it so much. But I had to thank them all. I'm sorry.
I know my buddy too, John Bartholomew from Mohawk Valley Wellness did it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they just did an event too with the give 100 reasons to give.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then for he raised a bunch of money for you guys too. So it's just like everybody, and it's a good idea too, having these other activities, other events to all culminate for the bigger picture.
It's really cool to see the different things that the community does. And, it's not just, okay, do a post and raise money. I mean, that is a big part of it. Obviously, that's how a lot of it happens. But there's these community events that people do, and the fitness events to get the mission in as well, and all the different organizations that find a way to be involved. It's really cool.
Cookie, for next year, I'm sure you're going to be a part of this next year too, right?
Of course.
Yeah, so if they want to get an event together, how do they get in touch with you?
You could talk to me.
Get in touch with you.
You can find me on Facebook and message me, absolutely. But you also can get in touch with the Heart Association themselves, because I'm just the Radiothon chair. But this whole event is such a bigger picture. There's the telethon, there's the expo, there's all the other walks, the indoor walks and everything. So if you wanted to get involved in any way, an event, or you want to be a participant in the Treadmill Challenge or just a volunteer in general, go to uticaheartrunwalk.org, and there are links to contact the Heart Association, and we will be there with open arms.
Cool.
Yeah.
A lot of great activities to do it, and get behind it. This is a great cause, people. Get out there and support the American Heart Association and the Heart Run and Walk and the Treadmill Challenge. Just so many, all these events. It's cool. It took 40 plus years to make this a fine, well-oiled machine, huh?
You know what? We're always trying to find something new, though.
Yeah, for
as
sure.
much as it's a well-oiled machine, there's
keep
always
growing,
something
right?
that we can grow, something
Evolve.
that we can make
Always
better
room to
for
improve.
people. Yes, exactly.
You got any ideas that you can indulge for maybe next year? Or?
Well, we'd like to ask you that and the community that. Give us ideas, people. If you have an idea that you need to get out there, you're like, oh, this would be a really cool event. Talk to us. We want to do it.
I got something for you, but I'm not going to tell you right now.
All right. Well, we'll keep that under wraps.
Yeah.
All right.
After we go off air, we'll talk for sure. Make sure you get out there and support the Heart Association. And I'm looking forward to the Treadmill Challenge. Friday, I start at 9 a.m. I'm going to go live on my social medias, too, so we can try to get as much money as possible.
Please
and
do.
Watch me sweat it out. I can't even run to the bathroom, let alone run on a treadmill. I
Pace yourself,
I
be
walk
careful.
on an incline all the time. That's my treadmill.
That
is amazing,
great
though.
workout.
Yeah, that is a good workout. The inclines are the worst.
They're the worst.
Well, the best and the worst, we'll say.
Up and down, up and down. But I'm looking forward to it. And thanks for thinking of me. This is super cool.
No, thank you for doing it. I really appreciate you. And like you are obviously a big friend to the community, and this is helping the community, and this is just another way that you're awesome.
Well, thank you. You're awesome for doing this and coming together and putting all this great events together. I get behind the Heart Association and the American Heart Walk, and every year I have to. It's important. I've had friends passed from heart disease and whatnot, and it's super important to get behind it and remember those friends that have passed on.
People don't even realize, like, if they don't think they're personally affected, they're wrong.
Right.
Like, you literally can reach out an arm and touch somebody, and they'd be like, yeah, my cousin, my mom, my sister, my friend, somebody has been affected by heart disease.
Yep.
My father-in-law has had issues. My Uncle Steve that you met, his best friend passed away of a heart attack. Like, it's everywhere, and it's preventable, and we can make things better.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
If you just live a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah. Or at least help support the research to help these people who have gotten past that point.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'd like for you to come back for Cycle Nation, right? Is that coming up? That's another event coming up for you guys?
That will be later on this year.
Okay. Is there another event before that?
We have our Go Red for Women luncheon coming up on May 6th,
Okay.
and that focuses on women's heart health. We actually just launched our Go Red Better You program, which is a program where we have 12 women going through a 10-week heart healthy makeover from the inside out. So that's something that we're going to talk about and celebrate at the luncheon. So again, that luncheon is May 6th. You can find out information about that at uticagored.heart.org.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Keep
Thank
it up.
you.
The staff you have is amazing. I've had a bunch of your people in the last couple of weeks, and super cool, man. So big ups to Sarah and Pam and Steve and everybody else, and Carrie and everybody who's working at the American Heart Association. Everybody's
Thank you.
doing a bang-up job. So
We know that we
you.
have an important job, and we appreciate the support that everybody gives us.
yes, indeed. I want to appreciate the support that people give me through Utica Hemp. Much love to my friends over at Utica Hemp, EJA Moving Services, Saranac, and, of course, my good friends at Utica Coffee. Wake the hell up, people. We're woke today. So thank you so much for coming in. Give the website address and how people can donate one more time.
uticaheartrunwalk.org.
Support the Heart Association, people. I'll see you tomorrow. Later.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar brought to you by the Events Co. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.
Only on the D.